And you see all this trash lining the streets of Philadelphia. Well, residents say they are fed up with the garbage not being picked up.
There is outrage tonight over illegal trash dumping in Logan. Tonight there is a major effort to catch the culprits.
Rick, no neighborhood is immune to litter, and unfortunately that's earned us a not so nice nickname, Philadelphia.
Then they tell us, if you want to get rid of your trash, load it in your car and bring it to the dumpster, to the yard. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? No, this is your job.
This video is from a neighbor's security camera. It shows on January 18th around noon, a City of Philadelphia trash truck pull up on Dudley Street. Workers get out and trash is released onto the street.
They came through the block, they stopped. The driver, he got out the car, he pulled the lever, he dumped the first load, he got back in, he moved up a little more and dumped the rest.
Because they were not trying to walk through the filth.
That's Yafave Trash Man. He organized a massive cleanup response on Martin Luther King Day.
I'm so excited! Look at everybody!
Volunteers collected 10 tons of trash, but the next day someone dumped bags of trash all over again.
So our questions are, how did we get here, and what are the people in charge tasked with fixing this problem doing to really fix it?
Term Philadelphia, some people that don't live in Philly probably think it's the funniest thing. And it can be kind of funny, like it's a little silly term, but for the people that have been here for forever, they're losing their pride in their city because a term like that, it kind of brings them shame. I mean, they've loved the city, they've lived in the city, grown up, their kids have grown up in this city, and now they're getting termed Philadelphia. So it's just making them not want to even be a part of their community, not want to clean, they're just like, I'm just going to accept it. I'm just going to accept that this is Philadelphia. And that's not fair to them because they shouldn't have to. They should be able to enjoy their clean city that they were born and raised in. So the pride is just tanked. Citizens do have somewhat of a responsibility to their city, protect it, keep it clean. But the government's also not helping at all. I get the fancier trash cans, I get what they're trying to do there. There are reasons for that, prevent bugs, stuff like that. But you can worry about that later when you have more trash cans around with the budget, and then if you have the room, you can upgrade a couple of them. But I think for now, spread them out, make sure you have them in every location, and then you can upgrade them. It's actually kind of funny. My grandma, we lived in Mayfair, and she put a trash can out there because there was none around, and she was tired of people just dumping trash everywhere. This was years ago, too. And someone stole the trash can. They took it from the front. So she got another one and had to chain it to the pole out front so that it didn't move.
Watch the beginning of this video again. Gas has 3 trash cans plus a bag at the curb. 3 cans are emptied, but only 2 thrown back.
I've chased my trash can down the street, got it out the trash truck numerous times.
Gas says he is running out of receptacle containers and patience.
I care about my neighborhood.
Good for you.
The city, I want them to care about me.
more workers could definitely help, but I also think they need to implement their safety features onto those workers that they already have. Because I mean, if you're hiring like a whole bunch of people and you're not like giving them safety, like gloves, like proper gown and like equipment, because I mean, there is stuff like needles in the trash, they're not going to want to work. So as an EMT, part of our training is to understand needle stick safety. So while we are not certified to do needle sticks, we work with medics who are certified to do needle sticks. So we are still taught that if you get stuck by a dirty needle, you're susceptible to hepatitis B, hepatitis C, and HIV, which are diseases that'll be with you for the rest of your life and affect you. So if these sanitation workers are getting stuck with dirty needles, they're going to be stuck with this disease for the rest of their life. And I mean, there's like chances that you don't, but still you have to get tested as soon as you get stuck by a needle. So they're still going to go through all the testing and everything. And like similarly with the back issues, because as an EMT, that's something that we worry about is all our heavy lifting with patients. You can have a back injury that'll put you out for the rest of your career. You're not going to be able to do anything because it's so devastating. So if they're not teaching them how to or even providing them with like safety gloves or anything, or teaching them how to properly lift, they're going to have sanitation workers cut out just constantly. We were on our way to a patient, and we pick people up for like doctor's appointments. There are time constraints on those. You want to get to your doctor's appointment on time. We pulled up to a house, and my partner, obviously, knowing the tight Philly streets, we couldn't really find anywhere to park. There was a nice big opening. I looked over, I said, we can't park here. There's trash bags all along the curb. We're never going to be able to get the patient in the ambulance. So we had to park up the street. Well, we actually had to loop around the block first because there was someone behind us and it's a one-way to let them through. Then we have to go back around and we have to find like parking right up the street and we have to double park. And not only do we have to worry about like taking the steps of how we're going to get the patient out of the house and into the ambulance, now we have to add in how are we going to get around the bags of trash that are on the curb and get them safely into the ambulance. And then the other experience that we had was actually funny enough, just like last week. I was keeping a lookout for like all of the trash issues in Philly that I can find. And as I was looking around, a bag of trash flies in front of the ambulance. And obviously that's terrifying because if we had a patient in the back and he had a swerve, the patient's not gonna know what's going on, they're gonna panic, and so are we. I was thinking about those signs that I saw in Philly, and I had no idea like what they meant. They were bright orange, they were on people's properties, and they say, and I quote, pick up the damn trash. And I was like, I weren't like kind of wondering what that means. And we're driving around and we get hit with trash on the windshield. There's a couple things with summer coming up that I can think about with the trash being like extremely hot and just sitting on the curbs. So for one, from an EMT perspective, with the trash and like, the fumes and everything coming from it, there's bugs and there's mold all inside those bags. And they're getting into people's houses, but that's not their fault. I mean, they can clean as much as they want. It's just going to keep going on. And we have to go into these houses, and if we go into a house with like bed bugs or something, we have to continuously decontaminate our ambulances. So we're like spreading out our calls, we're having calls racked up, and we can't get to them fast enough because we have to go back to our base, we have to have a supervisor decontaminate the entire ambulance in between calls with bugs. So the more that happens, the more these calls are just going to keep getting backed up. Well, I hope to see more sanitation workers with proper safety protocols in place so that it can get cleaned up, so that we don't have to be late to our calls, so that our patients don't have to be late to their doctor's appointments, and so that our sanitation workers are not ending up in the hospital with a needle stick. So I really hope to see, an influx in people working with it and enjoying the work that they're doing with it, because you should enjoy your job. So if they're safe and they are comfortable in their job, that'd be great. More of them, less trash. I want to see more citizens be prideful in their neighborhoods, hopefully. And then hopefully Philadelphia will be a thing of the past.